Wow. Another installment of the most incredible Priest podcast in Payne County. Priest podcast, Payne County. The P to the 3. Whoa. We are here. We're not in our rectory today. There's so much, there's so much stuff going on in the Catholic world in Stillwater. There's all these events going on, and we set this thing up, and Rob is like, no, we can't do it in the rectory. They're having an event today. Oh, so there are all these catechists and people coming over for dinner and preparation. So we're now in the multi-universe. I'm not sure what this is. It's like a garden window I'm looking at. I'm just saying things I see. I'm also in a bathroom, but there's also a library, and there's glitter all over the place.
So the bride's room, right?
Oh, I think it's called the bride's room or the parlor. I'm not sure what any of this place is, but welcome to it. If you've never been to St. Francis Xavier here in God's country, stop on by sometime and take a peek in. Easter is upon us, the great season of Easter. We've had Divine Mercy Sunday, which is that beautiful gift of the Lord Jesus to the church of his rich, abundant mercies through that great Saint Faustina Kowalski. And we have, for the first and the last time, whoa. You been on here twice?
Yes, once to say hello and once to say goodbye.
Oh, you say goodbye.
But I say hello.
Oh, no. We're going to miss you, Father James Porter. Father James Porter, if you all don't know, he can introduce himself in a second, but he has been our associate pastor here at St. John Catholic Student Center for the last, I don't know, not year yet, getting close to the year. And he came. Go ahead and introduce yourself again so the good people of God know who you are.
Sure. I'm Father James Porter. I'm priest of the Diocese of Tulsa. Been ordained 4 years. And for the past about 8 months or so, I have had the privilege of being the associate pastor of St. John the Evangelist here in Stillwater, ministering to the college students with Father Kerry, learning campus ministry, learning what it is that we do here. And
where are you going? Tell them where you're going.
Yeah.
Tell them what you won.
So as of July 1st, I will be the pastor of St. Philip Neri Catholic Church and Student Center at TU. So I'm going back to Tulsa, to the University of Tulsa, and so I'll have to learn to say Rain Cane, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll still be a cowboy.
Kind of. You're still a Detroit Piston, too, and a Lion, and
Not a Lion.
Michigan, Ohio State. You're a Buccaneer. No, that's expensive corn.
Careful now.
Careful now. Well, I tried to pun and insult you at the same time, but that's all right. So Father James Porter he's headed to the University of Tulsa in July 1st. I'm taking a sabbatical if the news hasn't reached your wire. And I was asked, is someone gently touched my shoulder and said, "Is everything all right with you?" It's like, yeah. Everything's perfectly all right with me. I think we just to talk even a little before we get into our topic. I'm going on a sabbatical. You're getting moved. We've got the Diocese of Tulsa is working on the logistics, but priests don't need to take sabbaticals just because they have to go to Shalom Center or St. Luke's. It was actually a priest from Bismarck who I have no idea what his name is here. He was here to do a wedding, and he looked across the table at me and goes, "Well, you need a sabbatical, of course. You just built a $27 million building." I was like, "I need a sabbatical?" He's like, yeah, you need a sabbatical so you can reset your brain and go from fundraising and building to back into ministry of being a pastor. And that is a hard gear. And he said it's beneficial every 7 years. Those dudes up there in his diocese, or 7-8 years, take one. And some guys have waited 23, 28 years to take a sabbatical just to go out and refresh the soul. So I'm taking one, and is everything all right?
As far as I'm concerned.
Father Porter looked at me and shook his head no, and then said, "As far as I'm concerned."
Well, after 8 months of living and ministering with you, I still have to figure out what in the world you're looking for sometimes. It's always a mystery, an adventure, if you will.
It's an adventure. It's an adventure. Yeah. Father James Porter has been on the trial by fire, drinking from a fire hose, all those things in campus ministry because he's been super helpful here. I've been able to do all this building, kind of finishing out and construction and making sure things are getting towards their deadline. And he's been doing a lot of work with college students and learning the ropes. Okay. So April 29th, dedication of the brand new church. I know people are asking, can I come to it? Well, it's pretty already full with all of these donors that are coming in from 48 states. Donors coming in from 48 states. Plus, it's a small church. It only holds about 380, 410 people. And we have 700 donors. So they're all coming in with other people. My family's coming in. People are coming in from Tulsa. And donors coming in from literally around the country. So if you want to see St. John, if you want to come to Mass and not get the shaky eye from me, I would throw this date out to you. Sunday, April 30th, May 1st, May 2nd, May 3rd, May 4th, May 5th, May 6th, May 7th. Come on over. Come on over and visit our new church and come to Mass those days. Don't try to get in on the 30th. Don't try to get in on the 29th because it is socked full already. There's a lot of priests showing up too. I think we're in the numbers of 16 priests now and counting. When I told you to get 12 vestments, and you're like, oh, what? Get some more.
Yes.
Get 25.
It's beautiful. And, and in the Catholic Church world, especially here in Stillwater, we really don't get, we had St. Francis's dedication a few years back, but we really don't get a chance to see a dedication of the church all that often.
No. Most places, it's the closing of churches around the United States, and we're opening 3 new Catholic churches in under 10 years in the Diocese of Tulsa. And very diverse. St. Joseph's Vietnamese, St. John, St. Francis, all in a couple of years. Okay.
And that's not to count Blessed Stanley Rother Shrine in Oklahoma City.
Oh, just in the Diocese of Tulsa.
Fair enough.
Who? Stanley? Who's Blessed Stanley who? We never heard of the guy. I love the place. Okay, Father Porter, I'm gonna lob some questions out to you. You have no idea what's behind door number 1 or 2 or 3. So I'm gonna lob a couple questions out, and I'm gonna give you time to think about them before you answer by me continually talking. Okay, tell me one of the beautiful things that you've discovered this year about campus ministry, about working with college students and helping them on the way to kingdom of God. Okay, so think about that, because the next one I'm gonna throw at you is what have you found in the college world, in the young adult world, that's just so critically essential? Like what's missing from there that you've discovered being out on campus and being in Bible studies? Okay, which one you answer first?
Oh, I'll take door number 1.
Door number 1, hit it, Father Porter. I forgot what the question was. Just kidding.
So one of the most beautiful things about campus ministry and ministering to college students I really have found has been this real openness to the gospel. Because a lot of times there's this misnomer that says, millennials, my generation, and like Gen Z, there's this sort of like this dryness or this sense of entitlement. And while I'm not saying that doesn't exist in places, but I think when you look at a college student that's legitimately seeking truth, and not just seeking truth, but seeking what is going to bring life to them, I think there's a beauty that's there. And so in my ministry to college students, what I do is I just propose the gospel to them. I go out on campus probably at least 2 or 3 times a week, and the rest of the time I'm spending, with students and meetings and whatnot. And really, there's just this beautiful dynamism that's there, that they're thirsty for the truth. They're wanting to know what is true and what is not, and what is true for college students and for us all is the fact that Christ loves us, that He's redeemed us, and that He's offering us this new life. And when a college student understands that, they devote themselves 110% to that gospel. Now, conversely, there's another gospel that's being preached, this gospel of secularism, of relativism, of like pleasure is the highest good. And they devote themselves 110% to that gospel as well. And the consequences of that are seen, throughout our world. And so I think, the most beautiful thing for me as a college chaplain has been to see someone come alive with the gospel and to be able to see that means everything. And then they devote their lives.
Yeah. I mean, we started talking about that last year of the different gospels of the culture. And we even did a podcast on it. St. Francis Xavier, St. Ignatius of Loyola has the two standards, this flag versus this flag. And even in the early Christianity, they talked about the evangelists of Caesar and the evangelist, which, interesting, angel is the word for evangelist in Greek. Evangelists that were going out to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ, that he has died and is risen from the dead. And the evangelists of Caesar Augustus. And, all the cultural wokeism or LGBTQ or, each of even the make money culture of America, the manufacturing, even Amazon has their own gospel. All of them have. It's like, who's a gospel? And when college students, you're right, when they accept it, they love it. And there's a battle. There's a battle going on in our hearts for which gospel is going to be opened every day and read. Okay, now, the second question was, what if you found something that's just like, ooh, this needs help. Our culture needs help in this way, or college students need help in this way. Hit it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that, sticks out to me almost blatantly is the need for healing of certain wounds that have occurred in their lives. And not just that, and with that also what it means to actually be authentically loved as a child of God. A lot of, walking around campus and you kind of see this disconnectedness that has occurred and there's this isolation. And I think a lot of times college students, they don't really trust that there's someone that actually can love them without using them. And it's sad. It's really like disheartening to me. And like there are times where I've been in the chapel just cried because it's like, can you not see how much you are loved as a child of God? And so I think a lot of times college students and young adults, in particular, they need that. They need that sense of communion and community of their. And then from there, I think it's a matter of once they understand that this is true, and this is truly like communion. I think that from there, you dive into more of the particulars of, well, why is this the case?
Yeah.
I don't know, this just some cursory thoughts on like this authentic healing from the brokenness in that happens, to us all in one sense or another.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the next two questions. One, what's something that's been really fun for you to do in campus ministry? I know it's like, okay, like this is just like, oh yeah, there's discipleship and sharing the gospel, like something that's just been roaringly fun. And also, the second side is like, for you personally, both these are, like, what's something that's been very challenging and difficult for you in your year as being a priest on a college campus?
Yeah, well, the first question there, being a college chaplain is a lot of fun. Like, there's just...
drinking beer is ministry. Yeah, I was ministry night at the Iron Monk.
That's right. And first round's on you, right, Father?
Always.
Yeah. And like that's the thing. It's like the spontaneity and beauty of the college students. There was this one time where, I found out at 7 o'clock at night that there was a campfire going on at Lake Carl Blackwell, and it was at 10 o'clock or so. And I was available. And my adage to the college students, I say always, is that if I'm available, I'll be there. And so they invite me. I'm there at 10 o'clock at night. We sit around a campfire just talking, sharing life together. That's been the beautiful part about college ministry, is just being able to share life with the students, whether it's whether it's going on jogs or just just having fun, because people don't know how to have fun anymore. It's all sort of like serious and confined, or or you think that the party culture is having fun, and it's not. But having authentic fun with college, that's been like one of the highlights of my time here, and forming those friendships with the college students.
Whoa. What? Give me a second one. Yeah, I mean, just like second thing you've enjoyed. It's like, wow, this was.
Well, I mean, besides getting to know the college students, a lot of times, seeing, just in the general sense of ministry, also getting to learn a ton about what goes into building a $27.5 million church and student center, what goes into, finances and all these other things. So as a priest, really learning a lot about what it means to actually pastor a parish of 800 or so college students, or what it means to like really be a go-getter. Because I think the time of us having a parish church and then expecting people to come, I think that's come and gone. And so we need to really be active and like going out. And so being in college ministry has taught me that I can't expect the students to come to me. I have to go to them, and then invite them to come to the church.
Okay. Now 2 things on the other side that have just been, oof, this has been tough for you personally.
For me personally, one of the things that I found challenging is just the schedule. Because a lot of times in
the schedule of
campus ministry, my own personal schedule, I am very much somewhat of a night owl, but not nearly as much as some of these college students. And so
you're up at 3 a.m. Go to sleep. But I had a question, Father. No. I didn't need you to call me.
No.
Debating a theological question in your dorm.
Yeah, it fueled by liquid courage. Yeah,
the great elixir.
That's right. So like that scheduling has been tough for me to kind of balance and whatnot, and but I'm trying to work on that, and that's always a tough thing for anyone, especially going from a parish where, in the suburbs of Broken Arrow, things kind of shut down at 9, whereas here in Stillwater, they're just ramping up and go until, they kick you out of the bars.
Yeah. So that's been tough, is figuring out that schedule and trying to live it.
Yes. And then with that, everything that comes with that, like figuring out time to exercise, eating healthy and whatnot. But that's all, stuff that I can keep working on. When I go to TU.
Ooh. They do have a great gym at TU.
That's nice to know. So, and then the second thing that's been a challenge for me, and I kind of alluded to it, is, just kind of seeing where college students are at in terms of their brokenness, and, and then kind of feeling not this unknown of how do I actually reach out and help them, because I'm an introvert by trade, but I do a lot of socializing. I am not one that just sits by the sidelines waiting for someone to come up to me.
Wallflower, you are not.
No, because I'm like, are you my friend? Because you're about to be my friend. Yeah. And so, I took that from some movie or something. I don't know where it's from. But my point is like, I'm trying to really like hone in on that. But like, I just don't know. And so a lot of times there's this feeling of failure, like just like that college student that you see kind of rolling away, like not sure where, how to help them or where to reach out. So that's been a challenge.
Whoa. I love campus ministry. I've been 11 years now doing it, 5 at the University of Tulsa and 6 here. Yeah, I find it a beautiful opportunity. We have that motto, building saints for the kingdom, to start that right now, of just helping young people become saintly right now, so that then when they go off into their parishes, they start filling the pews there. Because one of the things I really love about campus ministry is seeing those kids going to a parish in Tulsa at Holy Family and looking out and seeing 4 or 5 alums at Mass. Like, oh, this is so awesome. Like, you're involved in your parish. Or for the renewal of priestly promises on that Tuesday of Holy Week. I was down in the kitchen in the rectory, and there were Madison Neuman and Cam Franks down there helping serve food. I was like, whoa, you guys are like involved, and you know your priest. Because that's one of the things we want to do in campus ministries. You know, we have that line from, it says, Paul plants, Apollos waters, God gives the growth. And we do what we can here. Because kids, you know, it's, I think one of my tough things about campus ministry is knowing that kids are coming from really excellent parishes and really excellent families. And then finding out, like, I didn't even know they existed until their junior year. Like, they just haven't shown up. And their parents send me an email their junior year and was like, I just found out my kid's not going to church anymore. I was like, golly. And then that's one of the most difficult things for me. And you can't, there's not much you can do about it except pray fast for these kids.
And seek them out.
Yeah, and seek them out. Like, okay, Lord, give me the opportunity to find them. Sometimes we don't even know there's Catholics exist on this campus till Ash Wednesday, Easter Sunday.
When they all show up out of the woodwork for their carbon.
Free Carbon Wednesday?
Yes. or their Dead Tree Sunday. That's Palm Sunday, in case you're not knowing.
Yeah. Free Dead Branch. Branch Sunday. Yeah, it is a beautiful season. Okay, now we're going to little shift gears here. You have no idea. We worked together a lot. How about that RCAA class the other day? I was like, okay, so we're going to teach on the 4 last things. We're going to teach on virtue and vice and the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And Father Porter says, okay. I was like, great. I love this. just roll.
Well, I've learned early, if I don't roll with whatever you got cooking up in there, then, then it just becomes difficult. So that's one of the beautiful things I also learned is adaptation. Roll, just go with the flow.
Yeah, there's structure, and then there's some things that you just kind of have to adapt with. Okay, you ready? Okay, tell us some since you're leaving and you're going to the University of Tulsa. What are you looking forward to about the University of Tulsa? Don't move out yet. Don't get senioritis, because I got this one. I got one more other question that is going to basically make or break your last month here in Stillwater. Hit it.
Well, no pressure there. But the first, I'm really looking forward to meeting the students there, getting to see, what work has been done, things that have been, going excellent there, and just kind of adding to the, not just the culture of the gospel there, but, looking to evangelize and to really get, in the nitty gritty of it all, looking forward to meeting the donors and all that, just encountering what the Lord wants done in Tulsa at the university.
Yeah. What do you think the Lord wants done there?
We're going to make saints for the kingdom there in TU, and those who are saints there, we're just going to keep on rolling and keep bringing that gospel. Yeah. I don't even know. I've never been really to the University of Tulsa apart from a few times, so I really have no idea about the culture.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to, bringing, doing whatever the Lord wants me to do there.
Yeah. My priest buddy, Father Gail Hammerschmidt, the jerk priest up at K-State.
Don't believe him. He's fantastic. I've met him in person.
No, he's not fantastic. Anyway, he steals my taglines, like building saints for the kingdom, and he'll say building saints for the kingdom 2. Trademark right at the bottom corner. You. So, what did they say? Mockery is the best form of flattery, or humbling? Well, that too. Okay, now, since you've only been here a year, but you lived with Father Brian Brooks, who that guy bleeds orange.
Yes.
I mean, if he went and gave blood, they're like, sir, I'm not sure what's wrong with your blood over here, but it's either high C, orange juice, or you're an OSU fan. Okay, so you came here like with some OSU hype in your system,
Mm-hmm.
like drinking coffee cups and probably watching sporting events and hearing the hopeless laments from Father Brooks' heart every year as OSU lost another game, clutch right at the moment when it could have been won. Tell us a couple things like what do you love about Stillwater and what are you gonna miss about this place?
You know,
Be very careful. Rob is in the room. Say Rob. Just say, "I'm gonna miss Rob."
oh, don't worry. I'm always fearful of Rob
And his beard.
and his majestic beard. Stillwater, like the Oklahoma State, they have fantastic game day tailgates. There's a lot of, just like beautiful spirit, about the campus.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like school pride runs deep here. And so I really appreciated that. I appreciate just also the welcome that the community has given to me. I went into Aspen Coffee the other day, actually a number of weeks ago now, and there were just these, townies sitting around the table, and they asked me about the building, how it's coming, and just like this vested interest that the community has over at St. John, but just in this broader Stillwater sense. So it's great. I'll miss. I like the color orange, so I'll have to switch that out for
blue and gold.
Blue and gold. I'll wear the orange underneath, just underneath the black. So, since orange and black are Stillwater OSU colors, and I have half of it on right now, so it'll be, yeah. So I'll miss that. I'll miss the culture and like I said, the people. They're just great.
Yeah. Well, so what now? This is the last question because we got about 2 minutes left. How has campus ministry renewed maybe some priestly zeal in you? Or maybe I don't want to say renewed, like you.
I lost it and then it came back.
Yeah. How has campus ministry sort of like psyched you up, or maybe given you a B12 shot of zeal for the gospel? Because I mean, sometimes people in parishes, it's as you jokingly said when you got here, I was the youngest in the parish office by 20 years, and now I'm just one of like everybody else.
Yeah, I would say ministering to the students, ministering to the people, it's really given me a new sense of appreciation for the need for zeal in the priesthood. And of course, I hope I've always had that. And I pray that, that the Lord continue to keep me so. But, it's a tough question for me because the parish taught me a lot of wonderful things about how things go on and about how processes work and the people there of all ages and generations and how to minister to them. College ministry has taught me the need to minister to people of my own generation and below. And so a lot of zeal, a lot of wonderful things. It's renewed my love of, the sacrament of reconciliation, which I've always had, but deepened the need to pray and fast for college students, deepened the need to just love them.
Whoa. Love that. Just
love them as Christ loved them.
Yeah. The youthful joy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got zeal. It's got spunk. Sometimes they don't know where they're going. And I would, during confirmation classes, we'd have our weekly RCA meetings with Kimberly, and I would say, well, would you confirm yourself? And the answer is no, I wouldn't have. Would you have confirmed yourself at the age of what? Would you say 15?
Oh, 14. Goodness, 14. No.
Goodness, no. But it's the grace of I think we should move it back to 7. If I was a bishop, but they ain't making biscuits out of this kind of dough, I would move it back to baptism, confirmation, first Holy Communion. Bam, drop it on them all at the same time.
Get that grace early and get it often.
Yeah, exactly. And wasn't that the motto of the Chicago election of Kennedy? Vote early, vote often?
Probably.
Okay, well, we're coming down to the end of the wire. Father James Porter and myself, Father Kerry Wakulich, I want to thank you for tuning in. Have a beautiful Easter.
Peace.